So approaching the boxing ring is Abdumalik Halakov of Uzbekistan, making his way to the red corner. His opponent is Tadej Чернога of Slovenia. He will be boxing out of the blue corner.
Assalomu alaykum, Shumbola TV kanalining aka-ukalari. Agarda siz sportga qiziqsangiz, do'stlarimiz saytini tavsiya etaman. Kommentariyada omad silkasini qoldiraman. O'tib registratsiya qilsangiz 3 million so'mgacha bonus olish imkoniyatiga egasiz. Kommentariyada qoldirgan silka orqali o'tib o'z omadingizni sinab ko'rishingiz mumkin.
Tolibi ilm ustozidan so'radi.
Ustoz, qanday qilib Rossiya, Amerika va boshqa davlatlardan O'zbekistonga pul yuborsa bo'ladi?
Piri Komil shogirdiga javob berdi. Buning uchun shogird Play Market yoki App Store'dan Tezpay programmasini yuklab olishing kerak bo'ladi.
Tezpay orqali nimalarga to'lov qilish mumkin?
Tezpay bilan bolam uydagilaringni uz kartiga, humo kartasiga, gaz suv svetlariga, internetlariga, telefonlariga davlat kursida befoiz, 0% pul yuborishing mumkin. Sizlar ham ishlatib ko'ring.
Play Market va App Store'dan Tezpay ilovasini yuklab oling va yaqinlaringizni quvontiring.
Jennifer Huggins of Canada is the third person in the ring. We're in the 60-kilogram lightweight division in this contest. In the third preliminary round, the round of 16 is between boxers from Uzbekistan and Slovenia. The man on the front foot, walking down his opponent before tossing him to the canvas, is Abdumalik Halakov, 21 years of age, competing in his second contest here in this, the first preliminary round. And look at that for a left jab from the switch hitter. He finds his man with another left jab after he attempted a right cross. Then he dropped down with a right hand to the body. And a man who is in search of his payback after taking those jabs and then a right uppercut that wasn't too far away. The boxer in blue, Tadej Чернога of Slovenia, competing in his third bout here in Belgrade. And he's impressed with his variety and his long straight punching so far. But in against Halakov, he's facing off against a really talented man who has already experienced success on the global stage. 2018, a banner year for him, where he took youth titles on the continental stage, the World Youth Championship stage, and the Youth Olympic Games, which is the first time where I saw this man having commentated on him at Buenos Aires 2018, the third edition of the Youth Olympic Games. Very comfortable in the boxing ring, switching stances, able to contract and expand the distance pretty effortlessly with quick feet. So Чернога takes a hard left hand to the body, as he's spoken to about keeping his head up. It's made to fall short because of the layback employed by Halakov. So just trying to lure his man in, appearing as though he's in range, then swaying back before coming back with rapid fire counter left jabs. So driving his man back towards the ropes where Halakov is trying to work his way off them. Чернога pressing forwards to put his man in a confined position. Good left jab on the lead off there from Чернога, but it was countered immediately by Halakov. You may have seen the Uzbekistan coach in the red corner telling his man to maintain the gap. Universal signal in the sport of boxing. Beautiful counter right uppercut from Halakov after there was straight shot success for Чернога. Oh, now hitting after the command of stop from Чернога, and so Halakov gave him a left elbow. So switching his feet on the 10-second clapper is Halakov, falling short on his forward foray as the two men lock horns and exchange a respectful tap of gloves to conclude that first round. I think this man's done enough to take it, as his coach goes to work on him in characteristic style, dousing his boxers down with the towel. His man's legs are propped up on his quads, and here's confirmation of a clean sweep of the cards for Abdumalik Halakov at the end of 3 minutes of boxing. So round 2 underway. 60-kilogram lightweight action in the third preliminary round, the round of 16. The first round swept unanimously by the man wearing red. Abdumalik Halakov had a bye in the first preliminary round, the round of 64, and was a unanimous points decision winner over Yasin Lama of North Macedonia, the 2019 European Games participant. It was a wonderful display during that contest. As for Чернога, it's been a far different route through to the third preliminary round. He edged a 3-2 hard-fought decision as he's thrown to the canvas. Now, that perhaps is smart by Halakov to show the referee that the body slam to the canvas was unintentional. Didn't stand over his man and glare down at him. Yeah, it was Kirill Rusinov of Bulgaria who was edged on a 3-2 margin, as Чернога found long, straight shots with both hands, the left jab and the right cross when he needed them. He's trying to find the range here, but he's an elusive man to catch. An elusive man to try and catch Halakov. Picked off by a shot there, but was countered immediately. In the second preliminary round, it was altogether more straightforward, as Чернога outpointed Orlando Martinez of Panama, the 2019 Pan Am Games quarter-finalist, using good variety to take a unanimous points decision. He's loading up on some of these punches now, but not really finding the range. He's attempted uppercuts and hooks, Halakov. Counter right hand was the best shot of that attempted exchange from the man in red. Good burst of punches to the body, a nice counter left hook upstairs from Чернога. So on the back foot now, skipping around the perimeter of the boxing ring is Halakov. Left jab was an authoritative shot from Чернога. Tries the left-right combination but couldn't quite find the range. Is another tangle once again. After Чернога's offense fell short, Halakov spoken to about punching incorrectly with the inside of his glove and forearm. So rather untidy to conclude this second round. Neither boxer sure as to whether the bell had sounded. 2 rounds in the book, and one suspects the second is going to be scored for Halakov as well. Took the first unanimously. Черноga's in there still competing, but can't land anything with enough consistency to take a share of the round for any of the scoring judges. He faces an uphill climb now. So some of the action from the second round. Good left hand into the body, and then that was the body slam, and immediately, sorry about that, my friend. No harm, no foul. Did become increasingly untidy as we progressed through the second round. So into the third and final round then, and Tadej Чернога, Slovenian national champion in 2016 at lightweight, put on the end of a left hand there, then Halakov switching stances. But the man in blue needs a massive final round. And again, the easiest solution to the equation is to take the man out inside the distance. But you see, he's a wonderful mover, is Halakov. And the three-time national champion of Uzbekistan, landing a left hand. Feet get tangled up. Чернога takes a trip to the canvas. No knockdown ruled. So Чернога trying to close the distance on his man, getting over that front foot. But Halakov comfortable on the ropes, tries a lead left hook. And again, so committed to the attacks that when they're missed, Чернога often ends up clenching his opponent. There's a check left hand from the man in red who's spinning off the line as he shot it out. And he's grinning that gum shield contemptuously. He may well have been talking to his opponent as well. Both men spoken to in that regard. Talking during a contest, actually a breach of the rules, which would put some boxing legends in a bit of trouble in Aiba-style boxing. The referee doesn't want any chit-chat. She wants the boxers to concentrate on the task at hand. Well, we're beyond the midpoint, and it's very competitive, this one. But the styles not combining to produce a particularly pleasing athletic contest, pleasing contest from an aesthetic point of view. But you have to admire the competitive spirit being shown. The boxer in blue surely needs a knockout now, a stoppage. Trailing by 20 points to 18 for all 5 scoring judges. And he simply hasn't been able to catch Halakov cleanly. And so the referee having to intervene and tell the 2 boxers to engage. And again, chasing smoke, knockdown. And has Чернога hurt himself here? It was a rather slow climb from the canvas after he took a shot, which he ran into to double up the impact. And that just a punctuation point on this performance. Another right uppercut is a beautiful shot. Well, and it's going to be a second standing count, is it? Yeah, and I think he's hurt his leg. It's a second standing count in quick succession. Remember, 3 standing counts in a round, and the contest will be over. Чернога showing that he's okay, but the damage that he sustained as a result of a punch, but it's again the leg, the manner in which he rose up from the canvas after the first knockdown suggested that he had hurt his foot. Can he continue? I think the 10-second clapper has sounded. While he held up his leg for inspection, the referee is keen for that mouth injury to be inspected. So there's the bell. Oh, and Чернога's really struggling. Well, we've seen that before in the sport of boxing. Remember when Michael Grant fought Jamil Big Time McLean? Michael Grant, this was after he challenged Lennox Lewis, the sole Olympic champion from '88 at super heavyweight. He was knocked down heavily and damaged his ankle. Memory serves in the contest with Lennox at Madison Square Garden, which was billed too big. He damaged his knee ligaments when Lennox put him down with one of his right uppercuts in that contest as well. So we've seen boxers suffer this fate. Let's get the verdict, which will send Halakov through. So there's confirmation of a unanimous point decision victory.
Hammaga assalomu alaykum do'stlar. Sizlar bilan Shuhrat Musayev. O'rtoqlar, ko'pchilikning iltimosiga binoan men emas, Shohrux ukam rozigirish o'tkazyapti. Men va'da berganimdek rozigirish o'tkazmayman deganman, rozigirish o'tkazmayman. Shohrux bugungi rozigirishga 5 ta Matiz va asosiysi Malibu avtomobilini qo'ygan. Ya'ni 6 ta mashina. Undan tashqari 50 ta 3000 rubldan yutuqlarimiz bor ekan. Shunaqa qilib men aytadigan gapim o'rtoqlar, biletlarni pangallatib 1000 rubldan sotib olamiz-da. Mana shu bola sizlarga chotki qilib rozыгрышni o'tkazib beradi. Men o'zim sekin kontrol qilib turaman, чтобы нормальный bo'lishi uchun. Ya'ni ani chiqib har xil gapdan gapirib yurmaylik, Shuhrat yana rozыгрышni o'tkazyapti deb. Ukamda bu, bizni bitta komandamiz, elparvarmiz. Shu uchun podeshkaga chiqdim. Boshamiz o'rtoqlik gazini tars etib, ha Shohruh? Faqat turasizlar o'rtoqlar. Shohruh bu yog'i sen o'zingda.
Akalar, mana ko'rib turgan Sberbanklaringga 1000 rubldan yuborasizlar va ko'rib turgan WhatsApp raqamlaringga chekini yuborib, ism familiyasini yozasizlar. Sizlarga 1 soat ichida biletlaringizni beramiz. Agar O'zbekistondan bo'lib turgan bo'lsangiz, mana O'zbekiston kartamizga 150 ming so'm tashlaysiz va chekini WhatsAppga yuborsangiz, biz sizga 1 soat ichida bilet beramiz.
1 soatda qanaqa pul ulgurasan?
Ulguramiz. O'tgan safar
Kurgulasi tushni uxlamaydi qarochi bu bola endi.
Xudo xolasa chiroyli qilib o'tkazib beramiz. Shuhrat akam kontrolga olganlar o'zlari bexavotir, zo'r bo'ladi xudo xolasa.
Unda o'rtoqlar videolarni bitta tomosha qilinglar, qo'yilgan mashinalarni ko'rib borasizlar.
For Abdumalik Halakov of Uzbekistan. A very good performance indeed, taking all 5 rounds for all 3 judges, 2 scores of 10-8 returned. And this man has some celebrations. A wide repertoire of flips and tumbles that he likes to celebrate with in the boxing ring, and he's done that twice now because he's won 2 contests out of 2 to progress through to the final 8 of the 60 kilogram lightweight tournament. We hope that Tadei Чернога is okay.